Thank you. At this time, the whole family is afraid of him. Who can think of? He acted so cruelly as a terrorist. On the way, she saw clearly. More than 400 people died. A sound is not heard. No one knows how they died. When to die, one AI knows except the Kier. She doesn't know now. Cooperation with him is ultimately beneficial or not. As she truly understands. To confront him is to die not entirely. 21 potential elders. After 10 days, the most likely to drag Vu family and Fake has secretly sneaked into the Academy of Strangers in the potential long. They were gone for 10 days and a half, a month. But I was lucky before I left. The best of the world has arranged. The black leopards over there have no animals. The lost family is safe. Later in the small room, I can only hear the sound of the door opening. Little Tu with tears on her face came to embrace the Vu family. The lady saw her cry. Wiped the tears from her face. She comforted the fool. They don't make it hard for you. Don't worry, lady. Lost away except for the bad guy. Everything is very good. She shook her head. I am most likely to hear my name right now. Hissing head. You can say bad things in front of others. Be careful how he handles you. After that, there are probably 3 people. Often lost. State domination and divergence of the sea. 3 people heard little to say. I laughed like a fool, and then said naively. Your head is dead. I think I like to beat other people's ass the most. You dare to speak ill of him. Be careful of your ass. Hear this word. Little Tu couldn't help but be startled. I remember his brutality when he interrogated the lady. You have this word of the sea. Hurry up and hide behind the back. I'm sure most people who hear this will roll their eyes out in their hearts. He is such a cruel figure. Is the reward, and the leader glances at each other. They know this man has a wicked mouth. Act mercilessly, but before that, they were all protected. He also has a warm side. A moment of chaos. Suddenly there was a loud noise. This is normal. Then you are Van High. God bless the 2 of you. My son's children are safe. The old man does not know who is. He looked at the surprised old man. This person is the farmer Black Feng's son. He is also the leader. Leader Black Feng's son destroy the lost family. The best rush to introduce Thu. When you hear this, you're often startled. The color of the face gradually drops down on the bold face. I felt like I was in a hurry to stop her in front of me. She was afraid this lady would hurt her. But right now, the old man slowly pulled the family aside and said, My son, you know, it's my fault for getting lost. If you want to kill, the old man does not blame you. Son master meaning. Vu Din and Little Tu simultaneously exclaimed. The old man didn't care to continue speaking. This is what we owe to the lost. Don't interfere. Is often startled faces. Look at people who act inconveniently, kneeling in front of her. Hard hands and feet. I don't know how. At this time, the worst of the world immediately voiced reconciliation. This old man fooled Yangming. He made her lie still. It's now restored. The massacre has nothing to do with you. Why didn't you say so early? Misplaced try choking one, the most sullen-looking pile of chalk. Most likely, touch your chin. This old man is blind. Led the wolf into the house so that the tragedy of the lost. It makes sense for you to kill him. He was often surprised when he looked at him. This moral of hers cannot be accepted. Hurried to the old man to help him up. People who have been injured do not blame others. My brother and I are like a lost family. Because of me in trouble. I'm sorry about him. The suffering old man said. Often startled. I saw the boy shake his head. Asked the old man again. Why? I've never heard my father mention you. Take a deep breath, he said excitedly. The name of the village is lost. The old man comes from the mountain. Dare not climb high. Just met your father. It's like meeting your soulmate. Fear of affecting the reputation of the lost. Can only go back and forth silently. More. You can't compete with the two heretics. You've told me before. No matter what happens, they all have to survive with two thugs. The Jews I know are just. I don't know if it's the old man. The lost sea suddenly spoke up. My father never mentioned the old man. Often suspicious of asking. You said this is a man's secret. I don't want women to know. Not even to tell others. Maybe you can train Ra and get lost Ra only to the owner. Probably the most silent listening. Point to the bottom line. That's right, this teaching is transmitted to every life of the owner. Sorry, the old man also has no children to pass on. Moreover, we and the southern town are on good terms. Sao can harm the lost family. Most likely, when you hear it, you say it with a frown. Does the old man drag Ra have any heirloom martial arts? The old man nodded. Lin robbing martial arts business. It's just the heirloom martial art of Louis Ra. I gave it to the children. But the treasure was stolen by Yangming. Probably a clap. Finally, transparency. He immediately told them that was Ra. What they're aiming for is this. Stay here and wait for me to come back. He said. He walked out the door, leaving only the shadow of everyone's doubt. I don't know what he wants to do. To the total potential. It's still a higher building. There are still two things about Kier. This time most likely just arrived. Go directly inside. No one dares to stop him. I just went to a lab. I saw Long and Long kneeling in front of the door. Just shout 9CA. Long knelt and saw him loud. Afraid of him disturbing the person inside, angrily scolding silence. There are no guests today. Get out of here. I don't care if she stops you. Then swing your hand. We are not guests either. I have something important to tell Long 9 to get out of the way. You have something important. Don't you think the 9 points value you? Then you can do it. This is the potential. Long knelt to see he still rushed in. Join forces with Long TianY. Long see you two tend to argue. Speak up to stop. I want to see you today at 9 o'clock. You go home. I think this situation is pretty obvious. It is useless to feel strong. Smiling for an hour. Little girl, do you know where I'm going today? Where can you bad men go? A few days ago, I hugged two beauties. It's definitely working with women, isn't it? I can't help but smile for an hour. Haha, I also want to, but I'm not as leisurely as Lady Long. In fact, I'm going to investigate you Min Cup's movements. They are quickly attacking your potential. Don't blame me for not reminding you. Let's talk to 9CA. Tell me to get lost. To avoid you Min Cup destroy you involve them. Ta. Finished talking. Most likely, he immediately returned to the academy. Long knees want to scold you. Find Long the help Lostraso. If you don't appreciate it, they turn around and curse them. She was going to scold him. Inside the sound transmission of Long 9. Invite Brother Tracken. Hear this word. Smiling, I don't need to invite myself in. It is most likely to go directly inside. I saw Long 9 sitting in the front seat, laughing at him. Brother Track came to find the old man. I will remind you if you say something small. The old man will not forgive you. Not touching the nose. He refused to give an opinion. Laughing, the cup is coming. Is this big or small? Just heard this news. Long 9 hasn't had time to react yet. He immediately appeared to people, carrying the powerful atmosphere. Long 9 is even more scary. Strong air pressure, it's headed for the worst. The worst of all was suddenly unbearable. Slowly move back. Addicted 20 to scheming. This gas is the fire system of the great city fake. The other is a diamond. The power of these two is unfathomable. But it's not too far from the sky. They're considered to be the number to fake power in the 6th grade. Of course the potential. No tiger is the 7 kingdoms. There is such a bad fake. Silent for a long time, they gathered the atmosphere carefully watching him evaluate. You are the one that the 9-year-old is constantly admiring. You must have heard that you are a 5-year-old. That's right, I only know a little bit of 5-level strategy. I'm afraid I can't get into the blue eyes of my parents. Nod your head most firmly and respectfully. Haha. 5 cups of battle master in front of the palace Feng enlightenment. If you have come, we 2 elders must respect you. He confirmed that the blonde laughed. Face full of fire. Now the red-haired man speaks up. Young man. 9 says you are crazy. You said you'd take the little family beyond 7. Within 15. I just called an hour 9. 2 hours 9CA, you are really crazy. But when you met us, you seemed weak. When I heard this, I laughed a little. I and 9CA met a lot. I know him well. But I've just met you 2 for the first time. How to use attitude towards 9CAs. We welcome you too. Hearing this, the fake old men couldn't help but be startled. Look at them with different eyes. Like Long 9, he was so angry. Your boy is good. It turns out that you have rice. I thought meeting someone was crazy. Only with the old man. See the bad guy again. I'm obsessed with 9CA. It's because we consider 9CA to be our people. 9ca, I am a senior with a generous heart. Not calculated with me. If we encounter a narrow-minded person, I'm crazy about him. I don't have to find my own way to die. That's stupid. The two fake old men next to him kept glancing at each other. The most reliable assessment. It's exactly like he said. 9 said to understand the flattering human heart does not leave a trace. Listen to what he says. Even when angry, the 9-year-old will not calculate with him. Of course, smart. I like this kid, ha ha ha. Here, why finished. Old man with red hair is exhilarating. Laugh, some applause. If you don't know the intentions of the old men, I will accept you as a disciple. The blonde also nodded. I agree to laugh at you. The most likely to laugh at this. The road is the Holy Ghost. Even in a situation where you have to fall, the world doesn't even pay attention to this. I have been watching them as teachers. This is impossible. Let him stand out and point out that they are reasonable. It was not their turn to face him. That's right. You just said that the people of Yumen Cup have arrived. There's this. While he is still thinking, the blonde wig spoke again. I see they got to the point. Slightly nodding, most definitely confirmed. Half a month ago I found out I was teaching. The elder has two more powerful gases. It's just that we've been out for days. There's no time. Monitoring. Then they'll have more people. I don't know. Not as many as possible. Let them go without coming back. He had just finished Long 9 aggressively beating a lawyer on the table. In his murderous eyes, speaking angrily. Granny naked blonde looks action of Long 9. Raise your eyebrows. An hour of cold. And then look at the surest side. 9, don't act rudely. Brother, how do you know? I have a way I can't reveal. Listen to him ask. Most people are not willing to let them know. Shaking his head laughing. I received the most reliable news of the previous world. Long 9 clearly trusts him a lot more. He nodded firmly at the blonde. The 3 CAs believe his intelligence is reliable. Before the big news came, he told me. Then I went to confirm in person what he said. He wagged his hair. The red-haired man glanced at each other. I look in amazement at the surest side of my brother. You surprise me. I don't know if the order is 9-tone master. If you want to avoid trouble, give them a name. This name is in the Holy Spirit. We're going to think of the 9 phantoms. But if you're a human, you probably haven't heard of it. Even though Sao is too far away, cannot reach the level known as the ancient title of 10 emperors. As predicted, this name makes them not know. Deep hidden, unpredictable. They don't ask questions anymore. The lawyer is definitely a hidden noble. If not, nor foster the Track brothers 5 cups of Battlemaster. So young. Most people have not forgotten their purpose here. One is to give them news. Second, I want to exchange some benefits for the owner. You really need a master. Part scene made for Y. That's right, 9CA. Are you still knitting or not? Long 9 saw that he provided them with useful information. Do not hesitate to give it to him. getting pharmacy knit in hand. They don't waste time either. Immediately want to go. Thank you 9CA and to seniors at the lower Fox room. That's the only purpose you have. You interrupted our meeting again. See if you achieve your goal. Long 9 is a little angry. Long 9 angry scolding he did not notice. Jacket hand, I will give you one more intelligence. You Min Cup will move in the next 2 days. Prepare to defend. Finished talking. Most likely, he laughed towards the door. Just left a shadow for the 2 old men. It's not amazing. Immediately evaluate why. These 5 guys are smart. But actually, every word he says is very thorough. Deep calculation. At a young age, he mastered magic. I don't know which one is the disciple of the master. Later, you will find Long to be friends with him. At the same time, most people don't notice. They rate Waira Sao. At this point, one way back to the Academy of Strangers. Time before that. Reward knows all the love. By the words of the fake. Just returned. He immediately gave knit medicine for Sun Master Black Feng Sun. Use this quickly. It can help you recover faster. What's the matter? The surprised family asked for knitting restoration. Pull the dance startled. Knitting restoration is 9 medicinal knitting products. Thousands of people just bought one. But stealing a year is not enough. They can be thrown out at will. Lost people have money like that. Don't worry about the dance. They owe us $1,000. 3 knitting products is just interest. I saw the amazing dance. She came forward and patted her shoulder. You owe them so much. I don't blame them for protecting them. Wait, it turns out there's so much money. The more they steal, the richer they get. Only the most certain of them. Suddenly the doctor rolled his eyes and muttered to hours of women. At the same time, at the 7th level, Yang Ming is bowing his hands. Worship with the elders. 8 elders. The elder looked at him and opened his mouth. You've been hiding in Black Mountain for 10 years. Good job. But act this time. Why did you send a girl to work? Laughing for an hour. Yang Ming confidently said it was just a little unintended. Not bad. Just finished. A light direction towards Yang Ming. To glide across the face and leave a trace. Fresh blood slowly flowed down. Look at him. The elders finally spoke up. This haunting plan. The family has been preparing for 10 years. If it is because of you that the old man is ruined, I will not forgive you. Okay, back off. 3 days later, we're going to start working. The lost cannot forgive anyone. Especially the Kier personality. Even though he borrowed his hand. But he is the one with your brother's blood. The crime cannot be forgiven. Yang Ming woke up in horror. After the elders left, he bit his lips and said yes. 23 Great War. At the hospital of the most ordinary track, sitting in a quiet bed. Cultivation gas capacitor. Just a little more missing. He can break through the 5-weight false gas capacitor. Unfortunately, the force is not enough. Just stop opening the top 4. There's no way to keep breaking through. Soon knew that. Black Feng paint will definitely attract more energy. Why no? The Great War of the Dragon and the Min Cup has come very close. The power is not dangerous enough. It is not convenient to take your blood out. Finally he shook his head and muttered a little. They're about to fight. But he just finished. I can feel the fake air coming. Chase, chase, chase. Fired a while later. I saw Long Nine's body floating in the air, filled with deadly gas. You see, he's facing Long Nine. Watch them release gas. Most likely, it is as expected. They're the two legendary masters. This situation, it's obviously the potential for physical encirclement. Decided to fight to the end. It makes a product go back. Smile with a smile. The goal of the most successful is finally achieved. You and Yu Min Cup decided to fight life and death. The lost delegate is safe. You just need to see the play now. Are thinking. Suddenly I felt someone coming closer. I came back to see you two. Often and in the back. They are coming back. What are you doing out there? Come back. Two of their lives. Master of the sky above Kier, arbitrarily waving their hands, immediately lost his life. At this moment in the room they dragged the old Kier. It can be safe for a while. This is to die. When you feel angry, you enjoy the time. Don't forget to tell him. You must be careful. Most likely, he didn't say anything, just nodded. Then don't pay attention to her. But look up in the air. Right now. Long Nine evil looking at the scattering gas. Coldly yelled. Simple. How dare you go to the old man's place to cause trouble? Long Nine people of the potential Long. Killing you Tian's disciple Yu Min Cup. Let the old man come to reclaim justice. Listening to Long Nine question Zeroth comment. Justice of Yu Min Cup. You know what justice is. At first, the AI calculated the old man to get lost in the city. Is AI be a trap, be a fight, a harm? The old man's eye. Hear this word. Maybe the world finally understands their hatred. It's from here, Ra. Don't you think about the golden eye? And stay on Earth. Mutual transmission. The eye is one of the three most powerful. In 10 ancient emperors, God of heaven. The eye can emit the lightning that kills the angel. High-level players, just look at them, they're all burned. I didn't expect such an ancient object, save the world again, for a human to cultivate. Such treasures are destroyed. Long Nine hate to kill the product is very reasonable. Just listen to Long Nine. No shame in laughing. Haha, are you stupid? At first you relied on gold. He is also the number 2 player in the future. There is no support now. It's gone. Is the Great Elder. They can only hold on to the remote border. Long Nine gently rolled the body to generate gas. Strong gas killer. Loud and ludicrous shouts reduce this hatred. The Lord is not with you. He finished his sentence and rushed straight to the floor. Hand seal. A golden dragon appeared. Middle-class spirit of Long Trao. A dragon's roar echoed. Heaven and earth. Yang Fang's dance claws attack. Trang Pham. Just a moment of waving. The darkness that comes out of his sleeve. The first night the dragon is in the air, the sky is tied up. Squeeze a wink. The dragon's head disappeared. Look at this scene. Scorn laughs softly with contempt. You used to be the dragon with the eye. Now the title of Dragon I-9 is no longer available. The word just ended. A hand appeared in front of him. What can the martial arts class do to me? It's more like martial arts. The corners of his mouth curled up to the devil. He took Long Nine out. Fell on the ground. At the same time, a blonde with a red head appears. Look at the people who come to the world. He fell into their trap. Dragon Trow of Long Nine does not want to kill him. They want to surround him. So he can't escape. Long Nine is now risking his life. They want to kill the property. Even if you sacrifice your life, just get revenge. He doesn't regret it either. In his hand appeared another sword. The blonde and red-haired guy underneath was amazed. See him like that. Quickly rushed into battle. Suddenly, the blonde is one step away. You can take your life. A purple light suddenly appeared. Take the fake man's attack. Not in time for the fake man to be knocked out. Spitting a sip of blood. The red-haired man hurried to help in front of him. The blonde fake's eyes widened slightly. Staring ahead. Look at the animal on the shoulder. That's the devil. Most likely down there looking at this. Can't help but startle. Furrowed eyebrows. I don't think about teaching Kier cultivation. It is the practice of demons. It's not bad, but it can destroy everything. It depends on the nature of things. Whether it's strong or weak depends on its owner. It is a pity that such a monster fell into the hands of a mortal. He looked at it again. I can't help but look at the object in his eyes. The object in his eye, it's the 3 big stars. I can't hold it anymore. Probably the most fun laughing. God is helping him so. He's got work to do. Acceptance 20 for spanking. That's the old man's eye. It's impossible. Long Nine looks familiar objects on the eyes of the Scarecrow. It's amazing to me. He used to walk around with it. Now it is stolen by the devil. Used on demons as a weapon against him. Pulse gas up. The gas on Long Nine spread out even more. More and more I want to kill Kier. The face of Long Nine is not good enough to laugh. Long Nine, did you not expect? Your eye of death, your eye of death. I have been trained on this monster. You want to kill me today. You have to go through your eye first. He just finished his sentence. The crow immediately headed for Long Nine and attacked. 9, be careful. The blonde shouted. When the reaction of the How Long sword stopped. But there's a loud noise in the air. Long Nine suffered each of the lightning strikes down. Blink out. Spitting out a big sip of blood. Saw him injured. He let go of his blonde hair, and he let go of his red hair in a hurry. Worried about going to him. The two of them understand. You just need to solve the problem. The devil has no control. They lose power. Finished thinking, they rushed towards the capital and continued to attack. He is confident in the monster on his shoulder. Looking at them comes without fear. The cold laughter continued to rumble. 3 great players so move. It makes a big noise in the air. But did not expect that. 2 blonde and red-haired men were beaten back. The corners of his mouth bled with fresh blood. Probably the bottom is just as scary. Needle eye is indeed harmful. Can do again. The 3 great masters of heaven. There's no resistance. Look at this situation. The potential for 7 failures is too great. The lost will surely end. How long does it last? You can't let 7 fail at the critical moment. After a thought, he decided to risk his blood. We can take action when the situation is favorable. At this moment, look at those who have serious injuries. I can't help but laugh. Needles are good. Even the 3 of you can't move a hair of the old man. 2 other people appeared in front of him. Long 9BA people faced down immediately. BA Great Elders potential long types. Sometimes they are despised by others. If you don't win today, later, hide them. There will be no more room in the forest. The blonde is coming right now. Sigh a loud voice, close to speaking. It's just a ghost plus lightning. You are too confident to win against 3 old men. 9-5, don't move. The old man just needed a breath to grab the heads of 3 of them. Today I will tell you about the gold. What is the old man's landslide? And then he screamed out loud. Kim Class Advanced Martial Arts Long Fat Trow. Hear this word. He pulled out his red hair and long 9 trembled. They knew the blonde was starting to get angry. Come back next to him. They are 9 great elders. The blonde is the one with the most power. But right now, the whole world is dealing with the blonde. I finally realized the danger. He then ordered everyone to come forward and complete their work. He underestimated the power of this man. The power is indeed very strong. The 3 of them together are just like him. But at this moment, I suddenly think of something. Suddenly shouted out to the 3 elders to die. He said he ordered the devil. He continued to attack the 3 elders. Right at this moment, the best I can see, the right time to sneak your blood behind. Battle. He and his eyes flashed close. He will not find long lost. Take your life now. Lao Tzu was determined not to find long these 7 defeats. The preacher is laughing furiously in the air. The devil ravens aggressively attack the potential BA. Suddenly a red light came into his body. Wait until he finds out he wants to get out. It's late. Blink and fall into the upper hand. In the face of potential attacks. He thought he was the one behind the attacks. See, the situation is not right. An hour later, he actively withdrew. But BA old people fake potential here. It's not easy for him to leave. Hurry up and chase. After the capture, the worst thing in the world brings your blood back. Laughing, this hatred is calculated to find the long. Even if your heart is not small. One more is not okay. The most aesthetic. Remember the lightning eye on the devil croak here. Very pleased with it. He will try to get his hands on it. It just started. The next part is the main one. 25. The end of the wicked is to die. At the same time, a series of clothes.